Hey guys, it's David. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, a lot of you guys have suggested to me the next best upgrade to my Jeep Mojave here, and it's the top, the Sunrider top by Bestop. So I got the black twill, and it just came in a couple days ago, I guess, and it's been killing me not to get this thing installed, but we've had some crazy weather here, and so of course today is not very good either, so I'm in the garage. Again, my lighting is horrible, so I apologize for that. We have a few lights here in the ceiling, but it's terrible. I can't wait to add more lighting and better lighting to this garage. So hopefully that's coming soon, but we'll just have to see. So anyway, I haven't even opened this thing up yet, so I don't even know what to expect. I've kind of watched a few videos and whatnot. So let's get this party started. Wow, that's it. So we got the side pieces. You got the rail here. We're just going to go on the sides. So one for the driver, one for the passenger. See that? And then this is the middle section piece. And then instructions. There's some hardware, and of course the top. That's really it. So let's look at these instructions and get the top off. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So as you can see here, step one is obviously removing your existing freedom panel. So as you know, this is rather simple. You know, just have a couple of those hooks, take the panels off. You know, obviously the driver's side goes first, and then the passenger side. But as you know, you have to put them somewhere. So you got to store those panels somewhere, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But then once you get the panels removed, the directions suggest you take a clean rag and wipe off the whole top seals, all the rubber gaskets. Depending on how dirty it is, it even suggests using soapy water. Mine were not dirty at all, so I just used a damp microfiber cloth and cleaned up there pretty good. Now, I've got everything on the ground here. This is the top portion and then the side rails. It's clearly marked which one's is driver's side and which one is passenger side. But here you'll see, I'm trying to get the, there's a little hook on a little cord on the back side of the fabric, and it's got to go into the outside of the hole, and then it slides into this little notch area. And then once you do that, everything's pretty simple from there. You just line up the little holes underneath, as you can see there, and then put it in the two bolts using the T40 bolts. But yeah, as long as they line up straight, super simple. But again, that little pin at the beginning, trying to get it, because you have to put it at an angle going through the hole from the outside first going in, and like I said, it sits right inside that little notch area. So I kind of maneuvered the whole thing and every different angle, just trying to get this thing to work. But once I finally got it and figured it out, it wasn't too bad. So just tighten down the bolts, not super tight, but you know, nice and firm. So obviously it won't wiggle or jar loose later. Yeah, this is the second side. So the first side, it took me much longer than this side because it did take me a while to figure out how to get that little hook in that hole. So a little frustrating, but once I finally got it, wasn't too bad. Again, just making sure these are aligned properly. The T40 should go in rather easy. They should not go in at an angle, so you don't cross thread them. Now, in the directions, it does say 2 people. You can do it with 1. It's not that heavy. I was able just to lift it up and just set it right on top of the rails. I did not have anybody that could help me, so I just make things work. So, anyways, once you put those side rails on first, it is actually rather simple. And again, guys, it's not that heavy. So I was able to lift it up and over, and then getting into the vehicle and kind of like setting it into place, getting the passenger side and driver's side to kind of fit over those rails. Not too bad. And then I just got out of the vehicle and then kind of lined them up and got them set into place. So there's only one way they can go, so it's not that bad. There's just 2 screws or 2 bolts, 2 of the T40s that go into the underneath side, into that railing. So just lining those up is all you have to do. So I would just go from driver's side to passenger, back to driver's, just to make sure it's lined up on both ends to get them screwed into those rails. Obviously, if you had 2 people, you could probably subtract a good 3 to 5 minutes of going back and forth trying to line them up, maybe. But again, I didn't have the option of having a second person helping. So it took me a few minutes. I didn't want to scratch up anything, so I was doing little adjustments here or there, back and forth, just to try and get it aligned. But again, you know, the directions do recommend 2 people, which would probably make it a little faster to line them up and set it into place. But as you can see here, 1 person can do it. Now the side rails do line up really nice with the existing top. So it's got the square edge with the Bestop logo on the outside, making it even easier to check to see if it's lined with the existing top. And then once you have both sides aligned, of course, then you can go in and start putting in your T40 bolts. So the bolt furthest towards the back gets a spacer, and then the front one gets no spacer and just goes straight through. On the front side, there's actually a little clip that flaps over, and then it's got a little indentation, a little hole, and it actually fits in another hole on the very top to lock it into place, so then it perfectly lines up where you need to put the T40 bolt. So it's nice and firm, and it sits really nice on that rail. And then you just repeat the same thing on the other side, on the passenger side. It's easier if you step up, or on a ladder, or just step on the rails to see it from above. That little indentation notch I was talking about, to line up that front clip, because once you set it into that, it makes it much easier. So then that bottom swing out piece of plastic will lock into place and line up your T40 bolt. Now I'm just making the final adjustments with the T40 bolts on the underneath side, making sure they're nice and tight without over tightening on the front section as well as the back section there. And finally done. So as you can see, it looks really nice. No problems with the door. Let's see how straight it is with the existing roof. There's no hitting of any sort. You can see the logo there on the outside. So yeah, nice fit finish. Those T40 bolts are recessed underneath so they don't stick out, and then they obviously go through the top. Now there's one last piece to put in. It's this little center section. And there's really only one way for it to go. So it actually takes a little bit of force. You got to set it into place, and you kind of tap it in. Yep, like that. And then it's got two little T40 bolts to hold it into place. And then we're just about done. Again, guys, I did this all by myself, so no help. Again, having somebody to help there might take a few minutes off, but I think it only took me around 30 minutes by myself. And there we go. Let's try it out. Kind of nervous pulling it down the first time. It was actually simpler than I thought. So checking out how the latches go. Latches are super easy. They lock down nice and firm. So obviously you fold down the sun visors to get to the latches, and they hook in and then snap, and then obviously put your visors back, and there you go. Now, the nice thing is it's all black underneath. So like before, you have the freedom panels, you had all that white. So it's kind of nice having the black, but super easy to take up, and there you go. All that clear space now. So super exciting. Can't wait to get this on the road. So we're going to actually be driving here shortly just to do some testing. It's at different miles per hour, so we can see if it's rattling, shaking, making any kind of extra noise. But yeah, see as you take it down, pull it up, super easy. Got the latches there. They go in real nice. Once you figure out how they go in and pop up to lock into place, it actually pulls nice and firm. So yeah, super clean. And then here's an outside look. You know, see how close it matches to the existing roof line. So super nice. And again, mine might be a little bit dirty because I set mine on the ground in my garage, and my garage floor is not exactly super clean. So I'll be wiping that off later and spraying it down. But nice, clean fit and finish. Fits super nice. Matches right to the other roof. You know, obviously it's a little bit different shade of black. No big deal. But that black twill is nice and thick and heavy, but it just sits real nice all across the front there, along the sides. Doesn't sag. Super nice. Of course, again, my grass from my floor, my garage. Probably should clean the garage first maybe, but hey, it's on the roof. We'll clean it later. But yeah, underneath, see how you got the two bolts there to lock into place. So they recess underneath and hold that railing down. So yeah, looking really nice. I like the fit and finish of it for sure. And it was a lot simpler to put in than I thought once I figured out that little part. So we're going to take this thing driving. All right, guys. So we're back in the Jeep, and we're going to do a little test driving. So we're going to check this thing out and see how easy it is to take on and off. Get that one in, that one up. Boom. That's it. Just like that. It's open, ready to roll. So I won't leave the side windows up, but just take the top off for now. Again, here in Oklahoma, right today, I think we got 20+ mile-an-hour winds. So let's get to it. Do a little driving, get up some speeds, 45, 55 miles an hour. So, as you saw earlier in the video, I'm very impressed on how pretty much straightforward, easy the install was. There's only a couple pieces. Like I said, the hardest part was that little stinking hook. The hook getting into the side channels, kind of pain in the butt. I ain't gonna lie. But once we got that figured out, all right. So I'm through the neighborhood, trying to get out of the neighborhood actually. So again, couldn't believe how many times someone has suggested, man, the biggest accessory that you need. Why is the guy in the middle of the road? some dude was just sitting in the middle of the road for whatever reason, wasn't even paying attention. But anyway, so biggest accessory everyone has suggested is, man, you gotta get the tops, you gotta get the Sunrider tops, and people suggested the Mopar, and people suggested the Bestop, and so Bestop seems to be the one that most people were suggesting. So I did get the Bestop and Bestop Sunrider, and man, I haven't had it very long. Obviously, today's the first day of install, but wow. Again, it's such a pain in the butt to put those stinking panels away and store them somewhere, whether you put them in the vehicle or store them at home. But tell me, how many of you guys use that stinking storage bag that's underneath the seat to put those panels in? Is that not like a science project or something? Holy cow, it's so hard to put those things in that bag. I mean, and you only have two pieces. You got panel 1 and panel 2, and I had the toughest time putting them in that stupid case. And of course, when you put both of them in the case, then it's so heavy. It's so heavy. So, but anyway, they're stored inside, and now we have the Sunrider in. So already it's a big plus, because taking them on and off is such a pain in the butt. And again, that's probably why I only did it once or twice. So now we're fixing down the main road, and we're gonna see how this thing does. So we'll get it up to 45 miles an hour right here. See how much flapping we get. All right, we're at 45 miles an hour. Not really, nothing's rattling, nothing's flapping. Looks pretty good. Yeah. And again, you know, you can close it, you know, open and close it while you're driving. I probably don't recommend it, but I've heard people say some other videos and stuff that, you know, around 30 miles an hour you could do that. So fairly safely. Obviously depends on, you know, you got serious winds, but you got a big storm coming in, you got rain, hail, whatever, and you need to close that sucker down, then, you know, you can do that if you're fairly low speeds, grab it, shut it, you know, that kind of thing. So, but anyway, I'm digging it so far. Again, still going 45 miles an hour. I'll on this next street here, I'll get up to 55 miles an hour, and we'll check it out, see what it looks like then. We can get some people in front of me to go a little faster. For those that have this, what do you guys think? Is it, do you agree? Is it the best thing? Is it your best accessory yet? If not, what is your best accessory? You know, obviously rims and tires, you know, that makes the biggest difference in my opinion right off the bat. But this is definitely pretty dang cool, I'm going to admit. Just because of the super easy open and close, and get the experience full openness. You know, I don't know how many times I'll take off the whole back part, and you know, how many of you guys actually take off the whole thing all the time? And that seems like a real pain in the butt, because that definitely takes two people to do, and you know, I don't always have two people around to help me take off the top. So with this, I would do this all the time, especially because it's so easy to open and close. Huge plus. So the guys at Bestop that put this together, I mean, wow, I couldn't believe how easy it was, and there's no, you know, really wrong way to do it, because it fits in these two little notches on the side panels, and there's no other way to put that in. And then, you know, the only other thing you got to know is on that pin, you know, putting it in from the outside versus the inside. So other than that, pretty straightforward. But and there's videos, of course, but it was pretty easy, guys. So far, highly recommended. So in this next street, we'll get to 55, make this turn, get a little higher speeds, check this check this thing out, but I am definitely digging it. It's almost 8 o'clock here, so the sun's going down. So let's go. Oh, let's see if we get 55. Alright, 55 right there. Not bad. Just a little bit flat right here, but nothing real hard. Not really moving. You know, they also come with some Velcro straps. Velcro straps right here. So if you really want to, you know, tie them down and make sure they weren't going to come up on you if you were going in maybe higher speeds than that. You do have those that it comes with, but really for city driving, I don't see a need for it. So, man, I'm enjoying this openness. Woo! Highly recommend it, guys. Highly recommend it so far. Just because it's so easy to open and close. Man, I now know why some of you are like, you're missing out. Best accessory ever. It is a little pricey, I will admit. I mean, not as pricey, obviously, as the rims and tires, but it is a little pricey. I want to say it was a little over $800 for the kit. But you know, if you want to enjoy the spring, summer, fall, nice day, on pretty nice days, letting the top down with ease, opening, closing, maybe a good investment for you guys. So, of course, you know, we're going against the wind. We got high winds, and hopefully my microphone is not getting all kinds of wind noise. I've got the cat on it to help with that, but you never know. That thing pretty dang sensitive. So, talk about accessories. What's your number one? What's your number two? What's the thing you want next? You know, I would say my next accessory that I really want for this thing is a front bumper, and I'm gonna go with a shorty. I don't want to do a full bumper. I want to do a shorty with some high-powered, maybe KC lights in the front, and possibly a winch to add later. Probably won't add that right off the bat, but just a shorty with the fog lights built in, the round fog lights, and then the KC powered, the 4Flex, I believe it's the ones I've been looking at, to mount on the little bar on the top, and I think that'll be pretty dang cool. Maybe we'll do that sometime in the fall. We'll see. But yeah, enjoying this one so far for sure, guys. Now, those that just started following my channel, I also have a Tesla as well. Unfortunately, I have not driven it in over a week because it's been a little bit crazy weather here, and I go to a lot of job sites, so can't really take that to job sites with construction and whatnot because there's a lot of back roads. Just doesn't do well, so it's another advantage, guys. Obviously, with this vehicle, you can go just about anywhere. So now I've got a couple more videos coming out. Shout out to Obsessed Garage. I ordered with my own money, and again, guys, on this Sunrider, no sponsorships whatsoever. True, honest opinion. Bought with my own money as well. So. This was not sent to me or anything like that. So, but again, shout out to Obsessed Garage. I got the new 25-foot pressure washing hose. A lot of guys have said that the reason why the VE52 active power washer, the one that I have, surges like crazy because of the 50-foot hose. It says it was intended for a 50-foot hose, so I've ordered a nice quality 25-foot hose from Obsessed Garage. That'll be in a video coming soon. I'll test that out, and then a nice detailed cleaning video on the rims and tires for the Jeep, because I found a really cool way of detailing the tires. So anyway, guys, well, looks like this thing passed with flying colors. very easy to open, close, not a lot of wind flapping around, making any kind of extra noise. So big plus to the Bestop Sunrider. So hope this helps you guys make a decision if you want to add this to your Jeep Gladiator. So if you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So hope to see you guys on the next one. See ya. Have a great day.